Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of Windrose. Today we are going to move this structure of ours, and we're going to get a little more settled in on this island of ours. We've got some new, I wouldn't say new, but we've got some more sturdier building pieces, something to make a little bit more of an aesthetic place, somewhere we can settle down nice and make roots. So while I was off camera, actually, I did a little bit of exploring around the island and found some more things. I discovered there was a pirate, an old wreck over here with a map which gave us this location, and there's a chest to be found around there somewhere, so we'll maybe going to head off there and go and have a quick look there. We also found this this ancient ruins, which is what I initially said in the first episode. There was one set of ruins with a whole bunch of dodos, which was this one, and one set of ruins with a whole bunch of boar. So we managed to find the boar one, which gave us a nice hefty amount of leather and food, which is absolutely amazing. So we also managed to finish off all of these ones. There was a chest buried off in the trees. Strangely enough, I actually had to go back to the where's our journal? Let's go adventure journal library. Yeah, I had to go back to the traveler's notes to figure out that he buried it behind a tree marked with a red flag. Needless to say, I was digging recklessly all over the place, so that side of the island is pretty full of holes at the moment. But yeah, it's a good thing we're not living down there though, which is fantastic. So in today's episode, I want to start setting up where we're going to be staying. So while I was doing some exploring around the island, I picked up a whole bunch of resources which we're going to be using. We also made some bells, and I found a new one. We've got a whole bunch more nails to help with the chests and that, so we've got quite a fair amount of resources going at the moment. So excuse me. One thing we also did, we managed to get the boat out a little ways off the island and pick up a bit of I want to say like a storage cache or something, but it was a bit of a similar to a loot crate, and we picked that up. It gave us some new discoveries, so we now have these steel nails, which we can use, and we also managed to discover the lamp, which is amazing because now at night we have some light. So when we go into like mines and caves and things like that, dark areas, we can see what we're doing. But for now, whilst we are out underneath the stars on the beach, there is plenty of light for us to use. Great, so I'm going to start setting up this area and start working out where I want to build, because it's going to be, yeah, that's what I want. We're going to build sort of off in this space here. One thing I do want to do is change that. Here we go. I want to be able to see a bit further. Nice. So we can, I want it to sort of like extend off. I want it like a little like dock area off there. So what we can probably do is just grab this pier piece and use this as a bit of a starting point for where we want to build, because this is eventually going to lead into the house. And I don't want it to, actually, do I want it high up? I don't want it too high up off the ground. So I think for now, we want it to come sort of in this area. We're going to have the boat in that sort of dock over there. So I'm going to have the pier sort of come off. How do you want to do this? See, it seems like it's got like edging. It's a little steel piece along the edge there. do want it sort of more there, so we're going to come off this way. Yes. Right, so we're going to pull this back a few to about there. I actually want to delete you. I don't want you all the way out there. We want to pull this around so that we can see that there. Right, so that's sort of going to be our dock area, and I want to drag this a little bit further out that way. Maybe 2 more. Yeah, that should be fine. Let me just flip this around. Right, put you there, drag you all the way out here. Actually, I want to delete those two because I want that. I want that iron railing on the edge there. That's a good spot to build. Right, now for the flooring of the house, we are going to go with. Oh yeah, we also one other thing I picked up was some recipe books, which gave us some more triangular pieces and things like that. So that's going to help quite a bit. Give us some nice, better angles on all the rest. It gave us all the different roofing pieces. Pillars, decor. We also managed to finish the boar trophy, the boar challenge. So we have now the boar head trophy, which I think we're going to incorporate somewhere. Nothing new there. Farming still the same. Pre-built structure still the same. We also did get a new bed, so I want to try and put that one down somewhere in the house, and that's going to be our. It'll be easy to get. A couple Triton horns, some rope, and we have everything else, which is nice. Right, so for flooring of the actual house, so we're going to come off. I wanted my bedroom sort of 1 story up on this end here, so let's have a look here. That was 1, that was 2, that was 3. So if I pull you off, oh, what is going on there? Get rid of all of those. Let's just zoom in a bit so we know we're not doing anything dumb. Okay, we're going to pull this off the bottom there. This way, that way, that way, that way, that way. And then we're going to pull it in this way. I am one of these guys who hates leaving gaps, so if you see me filling in places that are unnecessary, it's only because it is my nature not to leave spaces. So we fill in everywhere we can. Why does it keep doing that? I think we're just going to stick to doing one there, done. Actually, to save on resources, let me just tear out all of these ones in the middle. I am being stupid, actually. Yeah, so we're just going to have it go out to there, go out to there, pull this right the way across to there. Let's just pull in under there. I do want to make sure, you know, like on the edges, we are still in line with the ground. So yeah, let me fill up all of this. Shouldn't take too long. And then we can start putting up some walls and get out of this god-awful storm. There we go. Right. So that is that. Yeah, maybe we should go and sleep real quick. Yeah, let me go sleep real quick, and then I'll come continue this in a second. Alrighty, everybody. So the storm is gone, thankfully, and I progressed a little bit further. We put in some stairs. We can get in and out, which is nice, and we've got our entry onto the dock. What I have also done is I've filled in this part of the floor. I thought it might be good to just extend this out a bit further. We can have you know, a bit of a cooking station in here. Maybe we'll see. We're gonna have some stairs up on the back corner here to a second floor, which is just gonna be this side of the house. And I put in some perimeter walls just to, you know, box in where we're going to be building. So in terms of windows, now that we've got those, and we're going to use the stone on the bottom, and then we are going to go with these large wall bark pieces above that. Now they're pretty much the same on both sides, and I think that is going to look absolutely beautiful once it's all in. And then windows in that, we're going to go with double. We're going to put some single windows here and there, you know, on the smaller pieces. But for now, I think in terms of these window pieces, we're gonna leave some gaps in between. Make sure that we can get. Actually, I can get a single window right there. That's nice. We've got a nice good view of the ocean from there. We'll go with a nice large double window over here actually, and then we can get that wicker wall right there. These windows are the wrong way around. I keep forgetting these pieces have fronts and backs, so we want the leaves on the inside. There we go. Yes, just like that. Cool. And then I think what we're going to do is on this side, we're gonna mirror it. It's right along there, up on Bob's your uncle, and then two wicker walls, one right there and one right there. This comes together really nicely. Yes, looking superb. Right, let's put a wicker wall in there. Get the... No, come on, sit nice. There we go. Put you in there, put you in there. And then we'll do a similar thing, maybe on this side. We'll go with a couple single windows. One there, one there, one there, one there. And then we can get away with the single wicker walls, like so. And that'll frame that area in real nice. Wrong way around. Those two windows. And that fits fantastically in the center. Let me just switch these two around real quick. No, leaf work on inside. One there, and then we go with double wicker wall, one there, one there. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Now, in terms of, I know you can't. I thought I could snap this to the floor because I want to see if I can get like a floor covering for this. Like the stone's nice, but like a wooden floor would have been so much better. And I don't think I can get that now. Okay, we'll have to leave it for now until we can probably cover it up with some rugs. Do we have any rugs or carpets or anything? Not that I'm seeing. Okay, not the end of the world. I'm sure we'll get some more decor along the way. Right, so to finish off this wall, windows and beams, we're going to go with a window. Should we match this side? Let's put one there. It's there. There's a single one in the middle, another gap, and then that one there. Was it? No. No, destroy you. Okay, so you're there. We'll have you there. And then you there. Yes, that's better. Right, put that wall in there. And I think on this side we're just going to get another... Actually, destroy you. Put that window in for now. Windows. Leave work on the inside. There we go. You in there. And then the wicker wall over there. And then let us fold this in real quickly. Like so. Like so. Very nice. And then what I want to do, just to finish it off, put another row of wicker walls all along the top, just to give it that extra little bit of height and definition. Because yeah, the leaves and the windows and that, they protrude quite quite high up, so I don't really want those poking through the floor above. That is looking gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to go with the roofs. Yeah, let's do, should we do a low? Yeah, let's do a not a steep angle roof here. Go with you, and then we'll finish you off in the middle with that doesn't work. Why doesn't that work? That's the one we want. Here we go. Very nice. The other reason I raised it up was so that I could get away with what am I missing? I'm missing plant fiber. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, I just need to go and get some plant fiber, and then I will be right back. Actually, let me see if I can finish. Go with these ones, so I can finish this off real quick. Ah, these all need plant fiber. That's why we're using all of our plant fiber. Cool. Can I get some more floors in? All requires plant fiber. Righty. Let me have a quick look here. Also plant fiber. Okay, so let me go and get more plant fiber, and then I will be right back to finish this off. But so far, guys, this is looking absolutely lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. What are those? Stairs and fences. These require wood. Yes. What I want to do while we are here before we head off, just want to put up a whole bunch of these up to about there. And we'll put in a whole bunch of these up to there. Yeah, let's finish it off right there. Nicely done. And then, it's a bit high. Yeah, let's leave that there. Let's pull in all of these along this way so we don't fall off our balcony here. And then, yeah, we're gonna look at doing some awnings along this piece. So I'm gonna need to get some coarse fabric going. Yeah, we can get some very nice spawnings along there. What do these look like? Don't really snap to anything, do they? This one. Ooh, that one's a nice one. Yeah, I think we try and get that in. We get away with these guys over here just covering up the windows. That's fantastic, actually. I like that. And then let's put in some torches, so we have some light around the place. Not going to do a lot. We'll do a couple on the corners only for now, just so that we can see what it is that we're doing. We'll get to the inside once we're done with the whole structure. So let's get these guys in here real quick. One there, one there, one up there. Stick one in the middle there, one on that corner, one on that corner. Get one in the middle there, and the last one over there. Nice. So that is the perimeter all set. Let me just close this door real quick and put our last one right over there. Does that affect the door? No, it doesn't affect the door. Fantastic. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is looking phenomenal. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm liking how this is coming out so far. We've got a nice spot for our boats. So we'll park off there. And yeah, actually, that's a good point. I think we shall use this area here for storage, because it's nice and central. You come in, drop all your stuff, and then do your thing. Right. Before we head off, what do these guys take? Also plant fiber. Could do stone stairs, because let's see, if I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that's gonna, that is going to meet the roof, and we want stone at the bottom, and then we'll finish it off with the other stairs as we go up. So stairs, let me just put in a second one, second set, right there. Yeah, I think a double stairs should be good. Right, let me go and get some more plant fiber, and I will be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We made it back to base. We've managed to get all the plant fiber we needed, and we have now finished off the roof, and it is looking absolutely fantastic. As you can see, we've done a little bit of an extension of the sides, you know how roofs normally are. Just that little bit of an awning that people always give, and it ties up really nicely with what we've done there in terms of that awning there. So now what we're going to do is we are going to work on, I do however just want to light up this space a little. So we've got, now we're going to put a floor over top here, and as you can see I put a light right up there. Now if we put a floor on top there, it's going to interfere with what's above, so I think we are just going to put them sort of double under there, single under that. I think we'll put one in the middle here. Is that flush? That's flush. Right, so we're going to stick one sort of in the middle there, and then we'll put one on this wall here as well. In the middle there. Now these ones, I don't want to put 2 in, so I think what I'm going to do is just put one in the middle of you. And then we'll put one in the middle of you. It's not going to be centered, but it's not the end of the world as long as it provides enough light for the space. Okay, when we've covered up the next floor, we can see if we need to put in another one. So for now, I think I'm just going to put in this other flooring. So it's going to go right up. Ooh. What's that meant? That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, we do have this half flooring, which is nice. Okay, so we can drag you up all the way along here, seeing as how we know that's going to go there. And then, righty, before we do anything else, I do want to finish off these stairs. So we'll go with, no, we'll go with the 45 ones. Right up to top, and then again, right up to the top. And that's going to take us all the way up. Nice! Now what we can do, we can finish. Don't want to do that. We want it nice and even. There we go. And we'll pull you all the way along to the end. I'm just wondering, while this is in Blueprint, do you think we can walk on top of it? Oh, you can! That is amazing. That was cool. Okay, I think we're just going to finish off that. And that is going to be superb. And we're going to have, I think, just like a little lounge space and a bed up here. So this will be a nice little cozy retreat for ourselves. And right now, we can start on the walls. So we're going to start again with the simple one at the bottom, which will be the base layer. Although we could just take all of this out, we could build a balcony here. Yes, we're going to build a balcony. So leave you like that. Pull you all the way across like that, and that's going to be the base of it. Now, Windows. Oh, actually door first, because we want to see where we're putting a door. I think we put one here, sort of in the middle. We can then just close up this wall piece. You up nicely, and then we can go back in with windows, not doors, windows, and we can get away with possibly a double window just like that, so I can actually get rid of you, and then we'll put a double window above the stairs. We'll put a single window off there. I need to switch these around. So there, 1, 2, 1, 2. And I think on this side we're gonna go with a wall. So wall, window, wall, window, wall. Nice. Just put you one over there. Great. I think that should just about do that, and then we can come in. We can come in with these walls. Picture of you. We'll put you there. Put you there. Put you there. We don't need that second one. That's the wrong orientation. There we go. There. Put one in there, one in there, and one in there. Right, now, fill up with all of the half walls. And then again, just close it off nice and easy with a single line right on top. And then we can start the roof. And then that should be it for this place. And then I can start the long tedious task of moving everything from that base into this base. Right. Before we start the roof, let us be able to see what we're doing. We are going to want a single torch next to the door. And another single torch in between these two windows, and I think that should do it for now. These torches actually put off quite a bit of light, so we don't actually need that many you know, we don't need to place all that many around, which is good. And we are going to stick with the standard what is this, the 26 degree angle. We're going to come up there, we're going to come up this way, come up this way, and I believe we need more plant fiber. Makes sense. Right, I will be right back. Alright, so let us continue with our roof. And I just realized something. I do need to get... come on. I need to get another piece down the back end there. Across there. Come on. There we go. I need you in there. Fantastic. Finish off with... That's not going to work. Why all of a sudden is this not working? Is it this one? No? This one? No? Built to the same. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so we have 26-degree angle roof. Okay, we're gonna go from the top there, one there, one there. Top, one there, one there. No. This is very weird. This doesn't want to work all of a sudden. Okay, that's why. I need to pull this in one. So let's get rid of all of you. Floors and walls. You go all the way across to there. Window, we need a window. One there. And we'll put a single one right there. Again with a single door in there, and then finish off with the wicker. Nice. And then to finish it all off, lighting. So this one, very easy, very simple. Straight, square in the middle right there. Fantastic. And again, wrong way round. I need that one that way, and I need that one that way. There we go. Right, so to finish off this roof, let us quickly put in these pieces. 1, 2, no, wrong angle. 26 angle. 1, 2, there we go, that's better. Okay, so now let's just fill this all out. Fill this all out. And then grab you, very nice. Put you all the way across, one out there, because then we grab you and put you over there and you down there. Very nice indeed. Now we can go and finish off the inside of these walls with these angle pieces. There. That's not what we want. So now, in order to get the rest of this in, let me just put in some of these half walls again. Actually, I can get rid of you. Get rid of you. Put in some of these larger walls right there, and right there. Okay, and then last but not least, a little bit of an angle. And that, ladies and gentlemen, should be almost done. So from now, it's pretty much just putting in the fences and making sure we don't have the opportunity to fall off of this place, because the last thing we want is to fall down and hurt ourselves even more than we are already at sometimes. This place is looking absolutely phenomenal. I like this place. This is looking real good. Right, let's finish off this roof real quick. So just the standard one right across there. Very nice. And then let's finish off this end. Actually, that's what I'll probably do from the bottom. Yeah. Fantastic. That looks superb. Oh yes, I like that. I like that a lot. Right, let's just put in some stairs over here. How are we going to do this? Just use the stairs. Right, go to 45s. Fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is our new starter pirate hovel. A little bit more set in stone. It has a lot more space. We can have some storage space, some crafting and potions in that over here. Maybe some cooking outside. And up here is going to be mine and the Doc's bedroom. Speaking of, I want to just remove that torch. We are going to put one torch on this side and one on that side. Right, so let us separate these two rooms. My room, I think the Doc's room is going to be up to here. Alright, so that, ladies and gentlemen, is it. Roof is in, second story is in, ground floor's in, Doc's in. We may just want to work on a bit of a workshop and smithy at the back end. So we have somewhere to house those two pieces of equipment, and then we can continue from there. So for now, I think that's going to do it. In terms of the build, I'm going to start moving everything from that base over to this base, and start organizing everything, seeing where it all fits, what's best suited where, and then we'll come back in with. We'll come back in with a tour at the end. Alright, I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, everybody, welcome. We finally finished off our first starter base of the season. It's nice, I like it. It's what I planned, essentially. We managed to finish off the top there. We've got the roof going, the overhangs, all the rest. On the back end here, we put our cooking pot. We've got a nice little spot to sit and just listen to the fire, the waves. This nice little evenings on the bench, and yeah, we set up our small little furnace smelting area, got our bonfire going. We've also gone and planted the few seeds we have in terms of trees and that. Probably in the next episode we'll have a look at growing potatoes and probably doing some proper farming with the cayenne peppers, the potatoes, all the rest. So that should be a good fun experience. We set up a fast travel point as well, so when we finally head through to the new island on this end, we can set up another fast travel on that end and have a nice good quick travel between the two, which it'll help us get around a lot easier. We've also gone and decorated, lit up the dock The pier, we've got a lot of lights, nice little view into the ocean. Got a boat, and when we get the bigger boat, it'll come dock here nicely. And if we need to, we can extend this and make a little bit bigger. We've also given ourselves a little way up in case we ever fall off, because swimming uses stamina, and the more you swim, the less stamina you have, and as your stamina goes down, so you start drowning and losing health. So we gave ourselves a quick, easy way up, and we sorted ourselves. Alright, so moving on to the inside, let's give you a quick tour of the inside. We've got our side doors here, and we've set up a very small storage for the time being. We've got all of our stuff. It's not really well organized. I mean, I've just pretty much dumped what I think should be in each box. So yeah, that's this will I need to put a few more, and yeah, that'll keep us going for a little while. We've also got our dodo trophy up there. Once I get the boar head, we'll probably put the boar head trophy on the other side, and proof that we finished our challenges. All right, moving on to the main living space, we have a nice little, very nice calm seating area, bowls and cups and that, and yeah, good place to have a meal. Lovely. We've set up the various different working stations around. We've got the upgrade stations out the front there, so now we can still do our thing, and there's quite a lot of space down here, so yeah, we can do quite a lot more decoration. I mean, I've just put up a couple shelves with some what is it, is that a periscope? Telescope. Yes, a telescope. A couple shelves with the telescope on each. Just something nice and modest, give us a little bit, you see in the bottom left corner, sorry. we are rested with a comfort level of 11, which is good. We could probably get that a bit higher if we put down a few more decorations, I think. And yeah, we'll get this space looking really nice when we get new flooring or new materials or walls and that. We'll start switching that out. But I think for now, the thatch and the stone is looking absolutely phenomenal. Put in a couple pillars, make it look like this top is structurally stable, so we don't, you know, we're not disobeying the laws of physics. Actually, while we're here, I think I might actually just put in a beam right across here. I need to just switch out my angle. There we go. Beam, beam, beam. I hope that doesn't affect what happens upstairs. Now that I think about that, that's not really all that visible. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, doesn't really affect it all that badly. Gives a little bit of a feature on the floor here, I guess, which is nice. I do, however, just want to do one quick thing over here. Just make it. There we go. Now we've got a railing. Fantastic. We'll probably do some decor up here now. Top floor I haven't finished. I've put just a bit of lighting out front here. We've got a fantastic view of the ocean. I think we get the sunset over there, which is great. So I might actually put in some benches and some seating around here. And when we get different railings, we can switch it out, because I'm assuming if you're sitting, let's have a look. How do I crouch? How do I crouch? Z, X, C, B. What's the crouch button again? Mouse keyboard. Is there a crouch button? I'm sure there's a crouch. There must be a crouch. Interesting. There's no crouch button. There's no crouch option. Forward, move backward, dash, sprint, right, dash, interact, toggle, walk. Light stack, hit attack, block, aim, reload, fire. Special weapons, secondary action. No crouch. Shovel, block, aim. That's a first. I don't think I've ever seen a game without a crouch feature. Ooh, I forgot to put in some privacy for the bedrooms. Right, so bedroom number 1 doesn't have a bed yet, doesn't have much. Still going to fill that out. We did put in a nice ceiling around the space, so it doesn't, you know, you're not looking straight up into rafters, because it was quite high above there. But yeah, so we've got a nice little space here. We can fill this out quite nicely. Put a bed in, get some furniture, maybe get a desk in there or a table or something. Should be nice. And then either myself or the good old doctor can take up one. And I have put my bed in here, and I think this one might actually become the doctor's room. I might take the next one. So yeah, so that's the second room. Nice little modest space. Put a bed, get a bedside table, desk in the corner. You know, maybe put, if we get some wall decor, put up some shelves, some you know, whatever they have in the game. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the starter base. Nice and modest. Not too much going on at the moment, and I'm sure as we progress, as we find new materials and all the rest, we can upgrade as we go along. So that is the setup. This is now our grounding within the game, on this island. Ooh, these guys grew up fast. These guys grew up really fast. Ooh, and the nice thing is they give you, okay, they give you all the seeds back. That's fantastic. So we can definitely go and plant some more. Right, let's just plant some in there. What else have I got on me? Seeds and cloth. I've got cloth in there. Food-wise, we're gonna hang on to what we have. The rope's gonna just dump in there. The crab will drop in there, and then the seeds. Maybe we'll go and plant those real quick. And we'll just farming. There we go. Put some shrubs. Get the shrubs back out here. Right, and then we'll put the 2 trees out the back. Oh, that one, there we go. So a tree there, and a tree there, and that is phenomenal. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that I think is going to do it for the episode. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed going through this building with me. It is turning out really, really nice. I really like it. And yeah, we're going to make this a lot more livable, a lot more aesthetically pleasing, you know, and we'll see how it goes as we progress. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, you guys have yourselves a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you may be, and as always, y'all take care now.